Have you ever wondered if your relationship is built to last, or do you sense a looming expiration date? These questions, while unsettling, are vital to ask ourselves. It's crucial to understand the health and longevity of our relationships. Why, you ask? Because it's better to recognize the signs of a sinking ship than to go down with it. And these signs are not always glaringly obvious. They can be subtle, slowly creeping in, chipping away at the foundation of what once was a solid bond. Recognizing these signs can be the difference between fixing a relationship or realizing it's time to move on to something potentially better. It's about being honest with ourselves and our partners, ensuring we're not just existing in a relationship, but thriving in it. So in this video, we will explore 10 signs that a romantic relationship might not stand the test of time. First and foremost, lack of communication. It's like trying to navigate a maze in the dark without sharing, without expressing, and without understanding. We find ourselves at the mercy of guesswork, which often leads to misunderstandings and resentment. A relationship is a two-way street. It's a dance of words and emotions between two individuals. Imagine this, you're painting a picture, but you're not sure what colors your partner is using. Sounds difficult, right? That's exactly what happens when communication breaks down in a relationship. It's like trying to paint a masterpiece with half the colors missing. Open and honest communication is the lifeline of any relationship. It's the thread that weaves understanding, trust, and respect together. It's the glue that binds two hearts, two minds, two souls. So, if you're finding communication difficult or sparse, it might be a red flag. Another sign is constant arguing. Now, let's be clear, disagreements in a relationship are perfectly normal. We're all unique individuals with our own viewpoints after all. But when these disagreements morph into constant heated arguments, that's where the alarm bells should start ringing. It's like a lightning storm that never seems to break, always rumbling, always threatening. This constant arguing often indicates deeper issues simmering beneath the surface, like a dissatisfaction that's taken root and is now spreading its tendrils. It could be about unmet needs, clashing values, or a general sense of discontent. The key point here is that constant arguing is not about the surface-level quarrels. It's about what those quarrels represent. A profound disconnect or dissatisfaction within the relationship. So, if you find that you're always at odds, locking horns more than you're holding hands, it's a sign that something isn't right. Thirdly, lack of trust. It's the foundation upon which all lasting relationships are built. Like the roots of a tree, trust anchors and nourishes the bond between two people, allowing it to grow and flourish. But when trust is absent or compromised, the relationship becomes like a ship sailing through a storm without a compass. Doubt seeps in, suspicion takes hold, and negativity flourishes, eroding the connection that once was. Trust is not just about being confident that your partner won't cheat. It's about knowing they'll be there for you in your darkest hours, that they'll hold your secrets close, and that they'll always have your best interest at heart. Without this bedrock of trust, the relationship is in peril. It's like trying to build a castle on a bed of sand. Eventually it will crumble. So remember, if trust doesn't exist, the relationship may not last long. Sign number 4, no future plans together. Now this is quite the telltale sign. Imagine this, you're on a road trip with no destination in mind, no map to guide you. That's what a relationship feels like when there's no talk of the future. It's like driving into a fog, uncertain and potentially dangerous. Shared future plans are like a compass, guiding a relationship through the ups and downs. They indicate commitment, a mutual belief in the longevity of the relationship. So, when your partner avoids making plans for the future, it could be a sign that they don't see a long-term future with you. They might be uncertain or hesitant about the relationship's trajectory. It's like they're unwilling to buy a ticket for a journey they're not sure they want to take. So remember, if there's no talk of the future, it might be because there isn't one. Halfway through our list, we have loss of intimacy. Intimacy is not just about physical closeness, it's also about emotional connection. It's that comfortable silence on a long drive, the laughter at a shared inside joke, or the gentle squeeze of a hand that says, "I'm here for you." When these moments start to dwindle, it may signify a loss of interest or connection. Physical intimacy, too, plays a crucial role in maintaining a healthy relationship. It's not just about passion, but about expressing love, care, and commitment. A sudden decrease in these moments of physical closeness can often be a red flag. Emotional and physical intimacy are the threads that weave a relationship together. When these threads start to unravel, the fabric of this relationship may begin to fray. So, if you notice a significant drop in these intimate moments, whether physical or emotional, take note. If the intimacy has faded, it's another potential warning sign. Sign number 6, more bad times than good. Relationships, at their core, should be a source of happiness, support, and mutual growth. Sure, they're not always sunshine and roses, there will be disagreements, misunderstandings, and conflicts. But if these moments of discord start to outnumber the moments of joy, it's a sign that something needs to change. Picture it like a scale. On one side you have the good times, shared laughter, loving gestures, mutual respect and understanding. On the other side you have the bad times, arguments, frustration, resentment, and sadness. A healthy relationship should tip the scale towards the good times, not the other way around. Remember, it's normal to experience ups and downs in any relationship. But if you find that the bad times are persistently outweighing the good, it may be time to reevaluate. Are you both willing to work towards a more balanced scale? If you find yourself unhappy more often than not, it's a sign something's off. 7th sign, lack of respect. Respect is the bedrock of any successful relationship. It's the foundation that allows love, trust, and communication to flourish. But what happens when respect is lost? Well, it can lead to harmful behaviors and eventually resentment. Imagine a relationship where one person constantly belittles or disregards the other's feelings and thoughts. This is a clear sign of disrespect. It's a violation of the other person's dignity, an affront to their self-worth. And it's not just about the big things, even small acts of disrespect, like interrupting when the other person is speaking or consistently arriving late for dates, can erode the bond of a relationship. Respect is about valuing the other person as an individual, recognizing their rights, and treating them with kindness and consideration. Without this fundamental element, a relationship can easily become a breeding ground for toxicity and discontent. So remember, without respect, a relationship can become toxic. Sign number 8, you're not a priority. How do you know if you've been relegated to the back seat in your partner's life? This may manifest in several ways. For instance, your partner might consistently cancel plans with you to do something else. You could also notice that their attention is often divided when you're together, their mind preoccupied with other matters. Another sign might be that they don't make an effort to integrate you into their life, to involve you in their plans, or introduce you to their friends and family. A relationship is a partnership, and both parties should feel valued and important. If you find yourself constantly fighting for attention or feeling like you're an option rather than a priority, it may be an indication that your partner's commitment to the relationship is waning. Remember, we all deserve to be with someone who makes us a priority, who values our time and presence. If you're always on the back burner, it's a red flag. 9th sign, constant criticism. A relationship should be a safe space, a harbor of mutual respect and acceptance. However, if you find yourself in a situation where every move you make, every word you utter, is met with criticism, it's time to pause and reflect. This constant criticism can chip away at your self-esteem, making you question your worth and abilities. It's like a slow poison, gradually eroding your confidence and self-belief. What's more, it can foster resentment, creating a chasm of negativity that can be hard to bridge. Constructive criticism is one thing, but if the criticism is constant and unfounded, it can be destructive. It's important to remember that no one deserves to be in a relationship where they're constantly belittled or made to feel less than. If you're always being criticized, it could be a sign of an unhealthy relationship. And finally, our 10th sign, feeling trapped. This feeling can creep up on you like a shadow slowly spreading across a room. It may start as a vague sense of unease, growing into a persistent feeling of being stuck. You might feel like you're in a maze with no exit, or a bird in a cage whose wings have been clipped. This sense of entrapment isn't about physical spaces. It's about emotional claustrophobia, a feeling that your relationship is a box that's getting smaller and smaller. You may feel like there's no room for growth, no space for you to breathe, or to be yourself. Feeling trapped is a clear sign that something in your relationship isn't right. It could be a lack of communication, constant arguing, or any of the other signs we've discussed. It's your heart telling you that you're not happy, that you're longing for something more or something different. If you feel trapped, it's time to seriously consider why. So those were the 10 signs that a romantic relationship may not last long. We started with the sign of lack of communication, which can cause misunderstandings and create a wide gap between partners. We then moved on to constant arguing, lack of trust, and no future plans, which can hint at a relationship heading towards a dead end. We also touched upon the loss of intimacy, more bad times than good, and lack of respect, which can erode the foundation of love and mutual respect in a relationship. We discussed how feeling like you're not a priority and being subjected to constant criticism can lead to feelings of devaluation and insignificance. Lastly, we tackled the sign of feeling trapped, which can make the relationship feel more like a prison than a partnership. Recognizing these signs early can help you make the best decisions for your happiness and well-being. Remember, it's better to be single and happy than in a relationship that's causing you stress or unhappiness. Take care of yourselves, folks.